kicks and that beat quick.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiara, and I am back with another video. And today's video is going to be, I'm gonna do like a little mini playlist situation, cause listen, people be playing with me. I don't know what, I don't know, but I got this idea yesterday actually, cause me and my mom, we was driving somewhere, and yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. So this is gonna be like a mini playlist. I figure out the name of the playlist as we go along. I kind of got the name, but y'all don't really care about the logistics. All I know is I got 3 topics off rip that I want to talk about, and it's more like get this off my chest type of video. I'm gonna occasionally look in the mirror to see if I have any lipstick on my teeth, because it's been a while since I've had lipstick on, and yeah, so it's just gonna be a little different, you see what I'm saying? So this gonna be the first of the trilogy or saga, depending on how many I do, right? So boom, this is the first video, and it is types of patients that can catch the fade or catch these hands, or whatever the case may be. And it's only because I work in healthcare, and every occupation, every career path you go to, there's gonna be somebody who can catch these hands, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, this is my little part that I want to contribute to. And I know I'm not the only person who feels this way, so that's why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. So we'll go ahead and get into it. But before we get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that, because I know y'all want to support your girl. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so I have about 8 patients who can get it. So we're going to start from the first one, and it is patients who get mad when you don't have an availability that same day. So for example, you get a phone call, ring, and a patient wants to get a same day appointment for whatever, and if your schedule is booked to where you physically cannot put anybody on the schedule, you have to tell them, hey, we're booked, but our next available is da 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 da. And their number one line is, you can't get me in today? Is that not what I said? We are booked today. Our next available is da 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 da. And when I tell you, they give you like this sense of they have this so much entitlement to get in today. Like, you knew what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, somebody had an appointment 2 weeks ago and they missed it. 2 weeks ago they missed it, and they called today trying to get in the same day. I'm like, what was the point of making the point? Anyway, that's one that I cannot stand, but they're gonna keep coming. That's one. Second is ones that call for one department but they really called for another, and that could just be them being ignorant. Like, ignorant means not knowing. Like, I understand you call I can't even give you an example. I don't know. That just, okay, give a hospital for example. You call the OR looking for ICU or something like that. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. But it's people who are reoccurring patients who will call for one thing when they really meant the other, and they act like we supposed to read their mind. Like, I didn't know. No, this ain't that. Because I remember one time they asked for my department. I say, hey, you know, I pick up the phone, hey, oh, I need a disappointment. Oh, well, that's not this, that's that department. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, why did you ask for that? Some people, they just know that's the quickest department. Sometimes people do be smart though. They know you're the department that's going to pick up faster, so they call for your department and then they come. You see what I'm saying? I get it, but like, don't do that. You're wasting my time, you're wasting your time, you're wasting everybody's time. That's 2. Third one, The patient who misses an appointment and just walks in. So I work at a facility that we're not supposed to say we don't take walk-ins, but we don't take walk-ins. You see what I'm saying? We physically cannot, because our schedule, we are one of the facilities that stay booked. Like, we never have an opening for real. So when you just come in, you gonna either wait forever until the appointments get done, or you make an appointment eventually. You see what I'm saying? So the ones that just walk in kind of get on under my skin. I get what you're trying to do, but it's just like, if we can't get you that day, you can't bully nobody into seeing you because you a walk-in. If we don't have the time, you're not going to be seen until whenever. So these are minor, like, little pet peeves of mine. I ain't gonna hold you, but they can still get it because they do it multiple times. I know I have a lot of regulars who will miss their appointment and just walk in like, hey, I missed my appointment on the 3rd. I'm here now. And I'm like, that ain't how. Go! What's the point of you making an appointment if you're not going to show up and just come in and just walk in? I never understood that. Anyway. Next. The patients that claim they didn't get the notification reminder of their appointment, but they have changed their phone number. Of course you're not going to get the notification, because the notification was set to send to this old number that you never told us was changed. It never ceases to amaze me how many people will be like, well, I missed my appointment, I never got a text message. And we'll be like, oh, is your number still such and such and such and such? Oh no, I changed it. Did you tell us you changed your number? No. Then what? Well, our next available is da 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 da. You see what I'm saying? And it just irks my nerves sometimes, because moving on. The patients that come in right as we're closing, and that's everybody got one of those. Retail, healthcare, what else? I don't freaking know. Anything with a person gotta come in a building to get services, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna walk up in there right before closing. Like, let's say, for example, we close at 5, they're walking in at 4:55. I'm like, what do you think is gonna get done right now? Nothing's getting done when you walk in 5 minutes before closing. Nothing is getting done today. So that's with retail. Like I said, that's with retail, that's with healthcare, that's with any occupation that requires a person to come inside of a building for their services. Okay, that's, I think, 4. That's 4. That's 5, actually. All right, next one. The patient who asks, how long is this going to take, or how long do I have to wait? Ma'am, this is a place where you come, there's no guarantee. This is not a machine. We are not machines. This is not, we're human. It's going to take a while. Somebody before you may take a little longer than you, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might something happen where we gotta, take a little longer now. But don't ask me how long it's gonna take, because I don't know. I don't know. Especially when you're coming in for, let's say, a pap smear or a full panel. Whatever you're coming in for, there's no guarantee how long that's gonna take. It depends on how many nurses are available, how many people are before you, is how long the conversation has between the nurse and the patient. Stuff might go left, might take a little longer, things like that, right? So I'm just like, how dare you think you have the audacity to ask how long something is going to take, or how long they're going to wait? You're going to wait as long as you're going to wait, and it's going to take as long as it's going to take. And some people ask that because they'll be like, oh, well, I had another appointment right after this. I'm like, I didn't make that up. I didn't make that next appointment for you. We made this appointment for you. So you missing that appointment was 100% your fault, because you don't make a doctor's appointment for 9 o'clock in the morning and another appointment for 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. You don't know how long that appointment is going to take. So I would rather space out your appointments as far apart as you can and you feel comfortable with. Like, I don't think I've ever done that before, and if I have, I don't rush nobody. I'd rather just leave and be like, you know, I miscalculated the amount of time this is going to take. I got somewhere else to be. I'll have to reschedule. That's just common sense. But it be folks like, how long is it going to take? I have another appointment after this. And I'm like, I'm here all day. I'm here all day. So you yelling at me is not going to be moved any faster. I'm here all day. So that's them, right? So yeah, those will get you. And this one kind of bleeds into the impatient ones, the ones where I just said, I got an appointment, I can't be here that long. I have been, and most of them, it be the ones that only been here 10 minutes. What you thought this was, a fast food restaurant where your food finna get done in 15 minutes? No, this is a healthcare facility. People are getting seen as you yell in my face. That's, yeah. And last but not least for right now, until I think of some more, is the patient that gets mad when I'm not who they're looking for. So the facility I work at have different departments. And so I'm in one department, and then there are nurses and other staff that work in other departments. And I get the patients that belong to me, and then the nurses have their patients, whatever. I'm calling my people back because we rolling. Our department is rolling. The nurses have a more complicated job because they have to sit down, talk. Then they got to do labs, and then they got to do this, and they got to do that, and they got to do all that. With my department, I grab them and I go through the whole process, and we're done. Like, so when I be calling my folks back, another person from another appointment come in my face like, when are we gonna be seen? I'm like, I don't know, what are you here for? And she'll be like, I'm here for blah 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 blah. Oh, well, that's not my department, that's the nurses. I can't do it. So what am I supposed to? I'm like, I don't know. I'm finna get my people, I'm finna go take them back to my room. Get out of my face. And it be taking everything, because I've been working at my place of employment about 2.5 years now. And when I first got there, of course, I got, anxious. I got, when I get yelled at and stuff, I do get, like, I start getting a little emotional, because don't yell at me. Like, back in the day when I got yelled at, I would, like, my eye would start watering up, and I would, like, get all upset and stuff. And I'm like, Kara, the more you work at a healthcare facility, like I said, anywhere with people, you start to know how to handle the situation a little better. You know how to keep a cool head, because if you got a cool head, they the one looking crazy. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, people who get mad that I'm not I'm not the nurse. I'm not your nurse. I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for Miss what's her name over here. I'm looking for her. I'm not looking for you. So I'm gonna need you to get my face. But we have an issue, but I'll never have an issue with a patient, because I love my job. The only way I would consider putting my hands on another patient is if they hit me first, or if they push me. If they do anything to me first, that's just human nature. I'm gonna do something to you back, and that's just common sense in my opinion. But that's it, y'all. That was my types of patients that can catch these hands, because don't play with me. Just because I'm in these scrubs, you can still get this work. Seriously. And I'm not a fighter, but I will if I have to. That's it, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share all that, because I know y'all want to support your girl. And like I always say, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.